Hello everybody, and I hope you all are having an amazing day. Today we are diving into a new beatboxer for me on the channel, that is. I'm sure you guys probably already know him. This was yet another YouTube suggestion I got from Improver and his song I reacted to. And this time around we're diving into a beatboxer named Shogo. And this is his brand new song, I guess you want to call it. It's either song, I guess, technically, or a beatbox routine, whatever case may be, called Zen. So I'm excited to dive into another new beatboxer on the channel and see how he is compared to the other beatboxing stuff I've reacted to in the past. So let's not waste more time and dive straight in. Here we go. Whoa! Ooh!
I just want to change your mind for a better day. Just so many
Ooh, the vocals.
You let it omoi. You got any no take it. The feelings fading. I don't think proud. I don't think big hunter no kotoba. Feeling a fading. Does any
Oh my gosh, I hate to pause in the middle of this because it's so fucking impressive. And once again, yet another beatboxer that's just coming out with the freaking flames here. I mean, his percussions are so interesting because they're so crispy and they're not super I feel like when you listen to I feel like anybody from Beat Pella and even when I was listening to some of the Improver one, I feel like their kicks and snares and stuff like that was very much almost like drum kit and at the same time sometimes dance music. His are super crispy in a way of almost more maybe I don't know, maybe almost what you'd hear in trap music or something. I don't know. It's very weird. It's hard to describe it because they're so crispy and very sharp and powerful and quick in a way. And the way he's going about his routine here, or song, whatever you want to call it, is so interesting because there's so many elements that he's just throwing into it. Where I feel this feels more like a beatbox routine to me compared to when I'm listening to something what Hiss and Wing were doing, or even Beat Pella House. Those felt like songs to me, even Improvers felt like a song. This feels literally very much like an actual beatbox routine itself, which is not a big thing or not a big deal. But this feels more like it's him throwing together so many different elements on one. It's I don't know. It has a very different feel. I'm still loving it for sure, but it feels very different for sure. Very percussion heavy, my gosh. Wow. Oh, ow. Oh, that's sick. my god, how does he do it?
So many
What is that sound? What? My dude, oh my goodness. Wait. I want to hear that one sound again, because that was insane. What was that sound? Hang on.
so many tears. So many
That was insane. What the heck? That was nuts. Okay, wow. Okay, Shogo. Okay, very different. This is cool. I'm glad I'm seeing a different style like beatboxing compared to like what I've seen with Improver, Wing and Hiss, Beat Pella House. This feels more like a very articulated like beatboxing type of routine song, whatever you want to say, where you could tell like he was very focused more on almost like the percussion and the quick hitting like moments of like switching between kicks, claps, snares, you know, everything really quickly, and like, you know, throwing in a lot of these percussive like fillers a lot. And you could tell he wasn't really it didn't seem like he wasn't as heavily melodic, you know, based. Like there wasn't a lot of like, you know, he had like the part like real quick and that was it. Otherwise it was very much focused on just the percussion. Seemed like that the percussion was like the driver of the entire song. And that's cool though, because I'm glad to see that every beatboxer I've reacted to so far seems to have like their own entity and the way that they deliver. So it's like for somebody like Shogo, it seems like he's going to completely annihilate anybody when it comes down to like a percussive battle, for sure, because he has such a strong, you know, understanding of percussive, you know, deliverance that somebody's going to have a hard time keeping up with him on that aspect. But I feel like, but maybe I'm wrong because this is only one time I've seen him, maybe he might get kind of a little bit of a beat down when it comes down to maybe using like the melodic stuff, like using like, for example, Hiss using his trumpet, for example, and like maybe when it comes to like more like of the rounder basses and like throat basses and shit like that, maybe where like of course like Hiss is really good at that. I mean, obviously Wing's really good at that. Even of course Improver, that might be something where he might struggle with also, or maybe he does have that in his belt, but maybe just didn't show off in this song. I don't know. Like I said, I have to see more of him to see really what all he has in his, you know, his equipment, if you will, for his beatboxing. But overall, really cool to see like a different type of beatboxing that I haven't seen yet so far on the channel, where he was very, it was very like everything was so crisp and so like quick and lots of percussive fillers, and it was so cool. It was so different than what I'm like used to hearing, so I appreciate him for showing me a different side of that. So that's awesome, like fucking so cool, honestly. Like hell yeah. But yeah, honestly, I mean, I'd be curious to see what else he might have under his discography, because I feel like I would be it'd be interesting to see if he has some more a different side of him with the more the melodic stuff maybe, and like what kind of basses he has under his repertoire. But regardless, it's really fucking cool overall, so yeah. But anyways, guys, with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel by clicking down below, and I'll go ahead and place my reaction playlist for anything beatboxing over here, and you can react to my most recent beatbox reaction over here. As always, thank you all so much for watching and showing me love and support, and I'll see you all in the next video. Alright guys, bye!